Somebody said, hey, Chef Moore, you do a lot of stuff on knives, but you haven't done anything on sharpening our knives. Another thing, I get so carried away with all the cooking methods and the braisings and the poachings and the sautéings and heat transfer and caramelization of sugars and... Easy, Todd. Okay. So we're going to talk about knife sharpening because I get real excited about all that other stuff, and it really isn't necessary to send your knives out to a professional, although they'll do a precise job on it. For everyday household chores, I think you can sharpen your own knife just fine with very small, inexpensive tools. But a sharp knife is very important. Why? Because a dull knife is a lot more dangerous. Why? Because when you have to force things through a product, when your knife is duller and you have to apply a lot more pressure, that's when the knife turns in your hand. That's when the knife slips. When your knife is nice and sharp and guides through things quickly, it makes everything a lot easier for you. And here's the thing. If a sharp knife is like this, okay, we're going to look down the blade of the knife. Ooh, another 3D effect. Waiting for 3D cooking course, are you? Well, if you look down the blade of the knife like that, this is a sharp knife, right? This is a dull knife. It's lost some edge. It's topped off and dull. That's normally not what happens in the household unless you're cutting bricks. What happens in the household is your knife goes from sharp to this. And this is burrs on the side of the knife. This is what drags the knife through your product. So your knife is most probably dragging, not as much this. Now, if your knife is this and you've been cutting shoes and bricks, it needs to be ground in some respect. So these edges here need to be ground off to bring it back to a point. What you can do to sharpen your knife, left the chef knife over here, excuse me. What we can do to sharpen our knife is something very small and simple. This is a very simple sharpening stone. I bought it at my local hardware store, maybe $5, $7, $10 or so. It has a coarse side and it has a fine side. Alright, let's start with the coarse side, and I'll put a little bit of oil down on the stone like that. Here's my knife at about a 20-degree angle. What I'm going to do is slowly, from heel to tip, drag the knife across the stone as if I'm trying to cut a slice out of the stone. Like I said, trying to keep a consistent angle. A few times that side, and be careful now toward you. A few times this side, dragging it toward me at a 20-degree angle. And now the knife needs to be wiped. It's probably got remnants of the stone on there. The correct way to wipe off a knife is put the towel on the table, put the knife on the towel, fold the towel over it, pressing down, pull the knife out. This is the way we wipe the knife.